Hi guys. So I've had a few people asking me about meat shields. Hey, what are these meat shields? What are these about? Why are people putting lower tier troops in their marches? And how comes us doing more damage and they're taking less losses than if they sent all their powerful troops? It doesn't make sense, and I kind of get it because I used to do the same thing. Um, I used to send power marches. Meh, turns out not the way to go. So that's what this video is about. There's actually going to be 3 parts to this video because unfortunately I can't do it in one go, but maybe it's a blessing so the video won't be too long. Um, Basically the first part's going to be explaining the concept of meat shields and why you do it. The second video is going to be showing you drill grounds, and maybe I might sneak a couple of hits in somewhere with the meat shield, but it won't be an optimised hit because I won't have enough tier rates there. And then in a week and a half, 2 weeks, when we get a kill event going, we'll probably sit there and have a couple of optimised marches. And if that's the case, we'll probably do a nice little 10-15 minute video of a few hits and showing you the difference between power hits and optimised marches. But that's for this future. So let's get this video going. So basically the concept of meat shields. Firstly, I need you guys to imagine a battlefield. You have a battlefield in front of you. It's a real battlefield. Basically, if you have a real battlefield, you don't just have infantry and cavalry and distance. You'll have multiple different types of infantry. You'll have spearmen and swordsmen. You'll have naval cavalry and light cavalry. There's multiple different types of troops. And the same applies to this game, guys. And that is why, basically, you can't just go, oh, I'm going to send all my strong tier 8s, or all my strong tier 9s, or tier 10s, 11s, or whatever you've got strongest, at someone, and it's going to work best, because it doesn't quite work like that. So I'm explaining the meat shield now, and the concept and why it works. Whilst I do that, I'm going to actually show you the different types of troops very quickly, because this just explains what I'm saying. So here you actually see you have heavy cavalry, light cavalry. Unfortunately, it doesn't go tier 1 light cavalry, tier 2 light, heavy, it doesn't go evenly. It does mix up. So it's heavy cavalry, light cavalry, heavy cavalry, heavy cavalry, light cavalry, heavy cavalry, light cavalry, heavy cavalry, light cavalry, light cavalry, then heavy cavalry. So it's not so easy as infantry, which is literally tier 1 musketeers, or as I call them, gunners, because it's a lot easier. Yeah, but it'll be tier 1. Oh, somehow I got back to 5 there. It'll be tier 1 musketeers, tier 2 pikemen, tier 3 musketeers, tier 4 pikemen, tier 5 musketeers, tier 6 pikemen, tier 7 musketeers, tier 8 pikemen. So it goes on and goes on and goes on. So, but I'll quickly finish showing you that. So, again, you have different types of infantry. And with your distance, again, it's the same thing. You'll have riflemen, you'll have grenadiers, you'll have riflemen, you'll have grenadiers. Except with the distance early on, you'll find a lot of them grenadiers. You'll have riflemen to start off with, and it's grenadiers. Oh, sorry, grenadiers, 2 and 3. 4 riflemen, 5 and 6 are also grenadiers. I'm going to show you that in a couple of reports in a minute, actually. But 5 and 6 are also grenadiers, and then 7 marksmen. So anyway, the reason why I'm showing you these different troops is so I can now explain, hopefully successfully, why they have these different troops and what they do. So if you imagine a battlefield, guys, when your troops are standing there, this is how a battle works in GOG. Your siege only kills traps. That's all they do, that's all they're there for. Yes, I know you guys are going to go, hey, no, they do get other kills in, because they kill they get more kills than there is traps, so they've got to kill troops. Okay, yeah, I concede they get a few little minor pesky kills here and there, but let's be honest, you could put more infantry or more cavalry or more distance in your march and do a lot better job than the siege. So only send enough siege to deal with traps. If there isn't much traps there, don't even bother. That's me personally anyway. Because your troops will kill the traps, but they just take a couple more hits. But I mean, if there's only a few K traps there, then why gonna bother? But that's me personally. Everyone has a different opinion on Siege. I'm not there to explain about Siege. This is about meat shields. So anyway, when your troops are lined up, the way they actually line up is your pikemen will stand first. So your tier 2, tier 4, tier 6, 8, tier 8 and tier 10 will stand first. And behind that, then your gunners will stand. So your tier 1, tier 3, tier 5, tier 7, tier 9 and tier 11. And I'm going to show you an example of that in a report now. Basically, even though they're infantry, they stand separately. So if you're attacking an estate, your siege holds back and attacks the traps. But your infantry, your cavalry, your distance go into the estate together. When you're attacking, the first thing the defender's got to get through is your spearmen / pikemen, whatever you want to call them, your tier 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Once they get through that, they'll start eating your gunners, your 1s, 3s, 5s, 7s, 9s and 11s. Then when they go through your infantry, that's when they'll start eating the cavalry. The cavalry works out the same way. They stand before each other. It will be your light cavalry before your heavy cavalry. And again, with a distance, your riflemen will stand in front of your grenadiers. Bomb throwers, whatever you want to call them. I call them all bomb throwers, even though it's level 3 is a bomb throwers, but I call them all bomb throwers because they just throw stuff at people. But yeah, your grenadiers will stand last, basically. Your riflemen second to last. Your heavy cavalry in front of them, your light cavalry in front of them, your gunners in front of them, your pikemen at the very front. I'm going to show you an example of that now. In my favourites, I saved them now. So basically, if I go through this mail, ignore the stats, guys. They've gone quite a bit since that was posted. You'll see my 7s wasn't touched, my 5s and my 3s. But some guys will go like, huh? How comes your 6s died, but your 5s and your 3s didn't? Your 3s and your 5s are weaker. Well, here you go, guys. That's reinforcing what I'm saying. Your tier 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10 stand before your tier 3, 5, 7, 9 and 11. So because there was nothing weaker than a tier 6, i.e. a tier 4 or a tier 2, the tier 6 died first. Once they'd died, then the tier 3, then the tier 5, then the tier 7 would have started to die. That's how it works. The infantry, I can show you again. I had light cavalry low tier, so that's what they started dying first. With the distance, this is quite interesting. You'll see, hang on, he's got 4 other distance, but his biggest are dying first. I'll show you that now. And again, I have just shown you actually, but again, I'll show you again. With the distance, like I said, early on, a lot of them are grenadiers and not riflemen. So your first one's a rifleman. I have no tier 1 and I have no tier 4, so that's why I'm using tier 7. Because your tier 2, your tier 3 are both grenadiers. Your tier 4, riflemen. But again, like I said, I had none. Tier 5, tier 6 are grenadiers. Tier 7 are riflemen. Because my marksmen are the only riflemen I have in my distance, they are getting killed first. So I do actually need to look at the tier 3 and the tier 5 building pretty soon to look at this video. Oh, did I not? I forgot to train there earlier. That was a bit naughty. But yeah, that shows basically the basic concept of a meat shield and why you do it. It's simple protection basically, because by doing that, your lower tiers will always die first, and that's how you get an optimized march. I don't know how it quite works that the less powerful march does more damage, but that is the case. You'll see that in the coming few weeks when I do some more videos. That is the basic concept of a meat shield and how they stand, and the reason why they work like that, I think it has to be the combination of different troops and the different tiers. Again, it works for underworld gates. If you have lower tiers, different combination, you have a stronger hit. So again, the concept works. So yeah, I hope that video helps, and I hope that explains a bit on the concept and the idea of a meat shield and why you do it. I will do the troops in the next week or so, and I will be ready in the next couple of weeks. So in the next couple of weeks, you'll see this in full action, and hopefully you'll get a better grasp. I hope that helps, guys, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.